guys, the Real Wonder here again today, and today it's another review of the Wolves match. QPR 1, Wolves 2. God, it was a great game, and thank God we won it, because let's be honest, if you're a Wolves fan you'll agree, we needed a win. We needed a win from somewhere, and it was going to be a hard fought victory. Now, I'm looking back at it because it's only just ended. Great result for us. Watched the whole match. First half, you know, it was mainly QPR. We started getting a bit better. It became a 50-50 game. It was quite entertaining. There weren't many chances at first, except for us with Helder Costa's volley, and then with a few Sherry free kicks, but they were straight at Hakimi. But it was good, and it was great to see. And then the speaking point of the game was probably James Perch. Got a red card. Yeah, it was a red card. He had a go at the referee. Referee booked him for it because that's the way it goes now. And he went late in on Doherty and it was a yellow card. I will also say though that I do believe QPR possibly should have had a penalty as well. Doherty does put his hand out towards it. You could argue it's a penalty. I believe so. Easy decision for this, and that could have changed the game as well, but we kept going. We went in at half time 0-0, and I thought it's a must-win match. I'm pretty sure most of the other Wolves fans will as well. I'm sure most of you will agree, mate. You got to win. You're playing a 10-man team. You're on a bad one. You've got to win, and you've got to end it. And we went ahead and did that. We ended it. QPR came out for the second half, and they was all over us. It was the same as the first half, but we kept on going, and then bang, David, what a team goal it was. Iorfa had the ball on him, it knocks it to Doherty, he plays it straight back through for Iorfa. He was right by the bar line, he made sliding, pull it across, and David was, what a cool finish. He's not the best passer in that, but he does score goals, and that's what he's done. You know, maybe sometimes I'm like, I would rather have someone else in certain games instead of him, but he has a lot of energy, he does a lot of running around. If he could improve on his passing a bit, he'd be a great player for us. But he's got goals in him, and he definitely turned up today, and that's what we need. We needed him, and he produced a goal. And funny enough, he scored 4 goals for us this season, and every single one of them have been on the telly. So if you're on the telly, you might want to try putting a bet on for Dave Edwards to score. But then when it became 2-0, Costa, with one of the best goals I've seen him score. He just cut in on his left. They all knew he was going to do that. They all closing down. Bit of trickery. Boomf on his right. Lovely finish. And that's got to be... It's one of the best goals I've seen him score. I do have to say that. And it was good to see. You know, you looked at Sheffield Wednesday. Go a goal down. Go 2 goals down. We just died. However, QPR, go a goal up. Confidence is there. Chance after chance after chance after chance. You know, even when it was 2-0, they had a few attempts, but we was there. I think, if I remember correctly, Costa had another one. Cavallero was one of them. He did some good stuff. You could just see that A, he wasn't on the same wavelength as his teammates at times, and B, he was a bit too selfish at times when he shouldn't have been. But he's got the quality there. He just needs that bit of guidance to say, look, don't be selfish, pass, you know. And if he learns that things, that's fine. He'll help develop. But as I say, they brought Bodvarsson and Saville on, and Hakimi did go off injured. Hopefully it's nothing too bad, and he's got over a week to recover from it to at least make the bench. But I look at it and I think overall it's a good performance, you know. And unfortunately, it fell to them really. Bath tried to clear it, it fell straight to his feet. He's basically hit it straight in. It's unstoppable really for the keeper. And it's 2-1 and it's game on, and there's 7 minutes of added time. And you know, I think Costa in that time had 2 chances, Bodvarsson had 1, and it was just like, oh, the Costa first one, I could understand that. He's hit it straight at the keeper, he can't do nothing else. But what he has to do after that is when he gets it again and Bodvarsson gets it, you've got to pass it back to someone running in on the edge of the box. You've got to pass it to someone running on the edge of the box, because they've got a better chance. Also, before it was 2-0, Doherty, what a counter, Costa played him in. Unfortunately he couldn't do much, but he's got to try and put it on the floor or over the keeper, not straight at him. And that was a problem. Alex Smith has made some great saves, I'm not going to deny him that, but I think we made it a bit easier on him, hitting the ball straight at him. And I think if we could improve on just getting a few more clinical goals, should I say, you know, it'll be great. it'll be a great team, and there's a great squad there. We saw it today. There's a great squad there. Yes, it was 10 men. Yes, it was slightly easier. But we proved against Rotherham at the beginning of the season, 10 men does not mean you can't win a game or get back in it. And QPR nearly proved it as well. But some good positives there. I think Bath played well. Cody played alright, playing a few, but Sayas, he played well as well, especially passing wise. Maybe a little bit more communication between the team is still needed. Edwards played well again, which now brings me to the tough moment for Wonder of the Week. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to give it between Edwards and Bath, because I know Bath has had a lot of stick recently, but I don't think you can fault him for the goal because he just couldn't get enough power to header it. But he won a lot of challenges. He did get booked and that, but he won a lot of challenges. He played out of his soul, so did Edwards, and I think because Edwards has been on good form, I'm going to give it Bath, just because he showed that because he was captain, he showed that leadership that we want to see from a captain, and I think he did well, passing wise, headering wise, challenging wise. And I'd like to hear what you guys have to say, so please like, comment, subscribe. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? And until next time guys, I'll see you later.